Hey, good morning, everybody, and hope you're doing well. Today's Tuesday, morning gospel coffee. And our gospel is a continuing on. So it's Luke chapter 19, verses 1 through 10. Again, we're at Jericho, and it says, and we heard this gospel actually a couple weeks ago. We're in Jericho, Jesus in Jericho. It says he tends to pass through the town. This is where he has his encounter with Zacchaeus. And it says Zacchaeus is a short man, and he wanted to see Jesus, but he couldn't because he was taller than him. And so he ran up ahead of the way of Jesus, climbed up a tree so he could see him. And then Jesus sees him, looks up to him, calls him by name and says, I need to stay at your house. So he changes his plans to stay at Zacchaeus' house. Zacchaeus comes down and stands before Jesus. And I love this part because then the people are making fun of him. They're telling Jesus he's a sinner, he's a tax collector, he's a cheat, he's a lowlife. And it says he stands there and he resists them. I love that. And Jesus says, hey, I'm here. He's a child of Abraham, child of Isaac, Abraham. And the Son of Man has come to seek what is lost. And this whole scene, I always just love this passage. Because again, I picture it. Zacchaeus is a short man, so the people, based on his life, the people look down upon him. And what do they see? They don't see a fellow Jew, a fellow countryman. They see the tax collector. They see the bad person in there. But Jesus looks up to him in the tree and sees the potential for good. I'm sure he knows of his history, but what he's trying to say is that you're not your history. There's some potential good for you. And he sees that good in him, and he wants that good to come out. And of course it does. Zacchaeus says, I'm changing my life. I'm no longer going to cheat. I'm not going to do bad. I'm going to return what I've stolen, and even then some. You know, by looking at that good, seeing the potential for good, that good, it does come out. And that's where that salvation is. God sees the good in all of us. And so that we, hopefully then we respond by bringing that good out, acting on that good. And that's again, part of salvation. So in this story, there's a couple elements. Obviously, we think on ourselves, how God sees us and good. But how, again, the challenge for us is how are we looking at others? Do we see them truly as good people with potential for good? Or do we just write them off based on what we think their history is? Do we judge them and condemn them and allow no hope? Of course, we could see that many, many times. Our prison systems are built on this attitude. We punish, we don't rehabilitate, and it's a sadness. So this day, I think a good, strong reflection for any of us is to stop and think about persons or groups of persons who we disdain, who we are quick to insult and attack, and stop ourselves and say, no, there's good persons. These are children of God as well. And look to see the good or potential good for them. So have a good day. Again, keep on praying for snow up in the mountains, okay?